What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what has been really moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So pre-market Faraday did look fairly good. So it hit a high of roughly like 27.5. So a lot of optimism. As soon as the market did open, that kind of diminished. And this is, in my opinion, a very clear sign of manipulation. But I think that's kind of apparent, not necessarily just with Faraday, but a lot of other EVs kind of did have this same kind of scenario. But today, it is just getting dragged down with the broader market, currently down 10.58%. We're currently in power hour, and it did have a low of 23 cents. And that's been one thing that I've stated over the last couple of videos that you really need to watch, is that support level to hold. Luckily enough, it's bounced off of that every single time, but if it does break below that, then anticipate roughly around 15 cents. So not necessarily the best, but then again, a lot of negativity in the broader market. When it comes down to the volume, 24.6 million shares being traded, 99.2 is the average. Majority of the volume is linked to shorting today, as well as algorithmic trading, not necessarily coming from institutions. So there's been no transactions above $100,000 occurring on the secondary market. So big money is not necessarily buying the dip. As I brought up, there was one abnormal transaction that did occur yesterday for 121,000. That was a buy. And then you had one on the 5th that was a sell. So it's kind of just stuck in limbo. As of right now, there's been absolutely no SEC filings. So last one was on August the 2nd. So that was a 8K. And then there was this news that came out July the 30th. So still no update on where the whole reverse stock split is and when it's going to be effective. In my opinion, I think that's something to kind of worry about, but I'm not a financial advisor, and you guys do whatever the hell floats your boat. Based on Reddit, it seems as though people are pretty chill and pretty much accepting the fact that there has been no update to the whole RSS and whatever else. So who knows? There was this that did come out though under YT's Twitter, and so it does say several updates. So this video is a minute and 21 seconds. It's not in English, they do have subtitles, but I'll give you guys a quick Cole's notes of it. So it says that we are going to deliver the 13th vehicle on August the 12th. So keep in mind, it was previously noted to be on July the 31st. So they are a little bit delayed, but it does show that they're going to be doing it at the Monterey Car Week next week. So I think that's, you know what, a good excuse to kind of be late, because that's going to be fairly iconic, good PR, and a good kind of environment to do that 13th delivery. So all in all, I think that's kind of a positive thing. In this video, a lot of people again on Reddit are absolutely ecstatic about this video. He kind of talks on how there is updates coming associated to the whole bridging and just other operational updates, but nothing concrete. And so I think that's been one common occurrence that's been happening with management over this last little bit. It's just a lot of future promises, not a lot of present promises. And like I've said in the past, like Faraday doesn't have all that much time. So they kind of act like, oh, I'll give you guys updates in the future, but they need to, like, they have a limited timeline on survival, if that kind of makes sense, and not to be rude or anything. Again, I'm not here to spread FUD. I really don't give a crap if you guys buy, sell, hold, whatever you do. I'm just here to kind of give you my thoughts on Faraday. And so again, I see this as more associated to fluff, but again, I could be wrong when it comes down to that. At this stage, no matter what though, you really need to trust management. I've stated that in the past. I said even prior to the whole shareholder meeting, if the whole reverse stock split was to pass, as well as the raising of the authorized shares, that is somewhat good because it does keep Faraday alive, but at the same time, you are putting and need to put a lot of trust in management to ensure that they do the right thing. Based on my experience and me covering Faraday for 2 years, I might be a little bit biased, so I'm not that optimistic on Faraday's management, but for those new investors, you see the positive side of them engaging, doing a video almost every 3 days, something like that. So if you do trust management, then A on you, or A plus, or whatever you want to call it. So at this stage, you really, again, need to just trust management to ensure that they're going to do the right thing and not dilute this to kingdom come. So kind of just stay tuned for that, I guess. But as of right now, shorts are increasing about 92,000 shares. 8.13% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 35.55 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost of borrow average is in line with yesterday, so 11.18%, and then utilization 85.09. So one thing to note, just wanted to bring this up, is FTDs. So obviously there's always a delay when it comes down to that information. So last report was for the 11th, and it did show 285,000 shares failing to deliver on that date. So it's kind of interesting. So this is a very good indication of possibly naked shorting and even more maybe after that. So I don't know, something again to consider. A lot of people are in Faraday for the squeeze aspect, because keep in mind there is a difference between looking at FTDs and this information, whether you look at Fintel or Ortex. All of this is it's restricted, right? It's only known shorting, not counting synthetics or whatever else. So if you do believe that Faraday is very much heavily naked shorted, if that's kind of the right wording, then yeah, definitely have at it. But if you're going based off of this, 8.13% is rather low. When it comes down to options, dollar value starting to diminish, but then again, that's kind of normal given the price point. So 15,000 in calls, 26,000 in puts. 62% of all the options being done so far today are optimistic and bullish, but most likely a lot of that is just shorts hedging. Just on the rare occasion Faraday was to and is to go up. This is the current open interest, so nothing really much for this week, but for next week it is a monthly change. So 27,000 at that 50, then 14,000 at that 1. So definitely those are points to watch for. And like I've indicated in the past, a lot of this could result in a gamma squeeze if there is a nice bump up in the stock price. A lot of people are starting to do some research and ask me, like, is after a reverse stock split, is there a likelihood of a squeeze? And I honestly, it could happen. I do my pre-market video under this channel, so trending stocks, and sometimes there is just abnormal volume, no news, no SEC filings, no speculation, but the company just kind of undergoes a reverse stock split and randomly goes up. In my opinion, I think a lot of people can't really explain that, but you know, it could happen. So just kind of do your own due diligence at the end of the day, no matter what. So it is something to just research. It is a rare circumstance, just having a squeeze in general. So something, just do your own due diligence at the end of the day. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Are you buying? Are you selling? And for instance, if it does break below this 23-cent mark, which is kind of looking like it's testing it right now, do you think it's going to, like, where's your price prediction at, and where are you buying it next? So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, take advantage of this promo. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. And plus, on a side note, this promo has been extended up until the end of August, so definitely take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.